I've got your trail.
Heavy A short.
Fire in the hole!
The crouch.
You want to talk about it, Pat?
I feel like it's me panicking and just spraying and hoping for a
Heavy A
kill.
short.
They're more afraid of you than you are of them. Just remember that. You did this really well on attack. By well, I mean bad. You popped your you popped your dash, right, on attack without going and taking space sometimes, or having a plan to it. Remember how we said on defense, I want the reverse? I want you to actually be aggressive with this thing. And if you want to peek out early and pop that dash and then escape from it, totally fine. Okay, that's the first thing.
Okay.
The next thing, when you burst, you're doing a low-key commitment, kind of like a promise ring. Like you're telling the girl, like, you know what? I like you. I can see this going far. And you're kind of like committing a little bit. It's not like a full-on engagement ring, but you're like saying, you know, I'm thinking about it. That's what a burst is like. A spray is like a full-on big freaking 40 carat diamond ring. You're not really there yet, but you're kind of like going with the promise ring a little bit. I want you to go on a few more dates, okay? When you're taking gunfights, we need to take more dates. We got to see if this is something we want to commit to. So when you're going for the burst, we're doing those promise rings without a real like full-on understanding if this person's a psycho bitch or not. You know what I'm saying? Can you see how you're kind of like committing, and once you drop in that crouch, you're like fully married to that point. So what I want you to do is I need you to tap this shit a little bit, right? I need you to tap that. Tap that ass. I want one bullet burst, okay? One bullet. Tap, tap, tap. See if you like it. See if you like it a little bit. Maybe dance around the corner a little bit. Grind on that shit. Tap, tap, tap. Move around, move around. If you like it, you can commit to it. Put a ring on it, as our good friend Beyonce would say. If you like it, you should put a ring on it. That's when you can drop to the crouch. You haven't hit anything. You've hit everything but the person, and yet you've committed to it. There's literally no dates. It's like, love at first sight. I'm going to give you a 40,000 engagement ring, and I hope everything's going to be okay, and that you don't leave me for everything, right?
Okay. I mean, what if I commit and then it did accept?
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you can get a freak accident where like things just end up working for you. You know, maybe you just walk up to a girl on the street and say, you know what? I think I love you. And you drop down on the knee, and then all of a sudden everything's honky dory and great. But I would say that more often than not, it's not going to end well for you. It's a little cat that does it for me.
Oh, push.
Want to get coached? Join this Discord. We have free and paid coaching options. Can't wait to see you there. Enjoy the video. I think one of the major things is going to be your util usage. Because in this first round, for example, I watched you pop your dash very, very early. And a lot of Jett players get into this trap, including myself. Like, there's sometimes when, you know, I feel like I just want to guarantee a kill. Like, I'm almost trying to play Reyna as Jett, sort of thing. But the dash is very, very key for a specific thing. You know what the dash is used for?
For escape.
Not quite. See, that's where your mentality has to shift here. It's not about escaping, because that's the Reyna idea. That's the Reyna dismiss, right? The Reyna dismiss is take a fight, get the kill, escape with dismiss, and get out. And now you can live to fight again. You can do this. However, it's used more effectively, especially on attack, for one specific reason, and that's going to be to take space. Think about your current comp right now. You do have an entry fragger, which gives you a little bit more freedom to move around, but you're playing in the gold, diamond, platinum area. How often do you see people kind of pooling at the entrance and not going in your rank?
50-50.
50-50 is inconsistent. We would agree that's a coin flip. I think it's a little bit lower than that. I think people are very, very afraid to move in. So you being an entry duelist, I still want you taking that initiative. In an actual real environment here, you're looking at a double dive. So both of you should really be attacking this space at the same time if we're playing in an actual team environment with this particular comp. So you saving your dash, especially for moving into sight, is very, very key. This is where I always talk about, chat. If you're going to be playing a duelist, you need to think about what kind of plans you have when going into the bomb site. Where do you want to throw your cloud burst? Where do you want to dash into? What fights are you going to be taking first? You know, maybe you'll have something like this for your cloud bursting up here, updraft dash into this space and fighting this one, right? And having this line. You might want to decide to find some sort of way to get into elbow. You should have some form of plan for every site that you hit there should be at least 2 entries for, you know, multiple entrances. So like 2, for example, from the long entrance, 2 from the hookah entrance. And on the other side, thinking about retake as well, 2 from the retake, right? Maybe it's 2 from the elbow. There's a lot of different ways that you should be able to sort of plan and think about how you want to go into it. And the more that you plan ahead of time, the faster you're going to be when it comes to on-the-fly decision making for going into the bomb sites itself. A lot of people in the lower ranks will pop this Jett dash fast because you're thinking, what if this person swings me and I miss my shot? I can now use the dash to get out of here. That's all fine and good. You could also cloud burst if you're really concerned about this, and you can move up on the space. You could ask for flashes. You could ask for a cipher cam to be able to control the close range angle. There's a lot of different things that you can do, and I want you to save this dash primarily wherever possible, mostly possible, for the actual site take itself.
The moment I try and go entry, I pop it.
Yeah, so here's where I would be popping. I'd be throwing a cloud burst somewhere, and I would be dashing into that space, so I can create space now for the players that can't move in fast. This is where it's so important because, you know, if you're playing a solo Jett and you're not really communicating what your plan is, then your initiators can't really work with you here. What you're doing here is actually a better alternative when you're on defense. Like, you might want to take an aggressive peek down B long, for example, pop your dash, fight that, and then fall back. After you've gotten that first kill, you now have the advantage of a 5v4 and you still survive. So we want to switch our mentality. We should be going forwards on attack, and we can be more preemptive like you're doing on the attack this round on defense. Why'd you choose the Vandal this round?
I wanted to entry.
Why can't you entry with a submachine gun?
That could work, but I was thinking getting a kill.
Can you get a kill with a submachine gun? A shotgun? A bulldog? Guardian?
Yes.
Here's what I'm worried about. If you were to entry properly with this Vandal, is it not true you could probably donate this weapon if there's a stack on this bomb site?
Yeah.
Yeah. So here, boom, the dash comes in, now you're out into the open, and look where far your teammates are right now. They're not even close to be able to pick it up anyway. So you're just giving this up at this point. Oh, there you go. Vandal dropped. Vandal dropped into the back end of the site, and now it's a, oh my god, it's a 2v3. We're losing. Oh no, they're surrounding us. Please lose this round. I really hope you lose this. Yeah, there we go. Let's go, Phoenix. Oh, Phoenix. But see, we now have this opportunity here where we're gonna lose this round because of how you decide to entry with this Vandal here. So the Vandal is live on the ground here. Oh yes. Oh no, it's a miracle shot. Oh, and the knife kill to lose it. Can you see how we are now responsible for this round loss here?
Yeah.
Let's start peeking out shower.
Yeah, see, like, I'm totally okay with a buy like this, especially on a round where you're trying to generate something. What I'm curious about is how you're going to path here. Because for me, I'm thinking, get into the smoke, throw a cloud burst so I can get a little bit more space. Cloud burst here, updraft dash, wrap through here with my shotgun. So I want to see how you take this. This works too. Oh! You see him in the corner? You see him in the corner? Okay, never mind, he's dead now.
Phoenix heaven.
Oh yeah, two heaven. Oh.
Okay, so you kind of had a plan, but you were kind of just like, okay, let's just see what happens here, right? So
Yeah.
you didn't really formulate a site hit. Okay, so your biggest homework piece, if you're going to play this agent, is now going to be to submit to me 2 attacking paths. How are you going to cloud burst, dash, updraft, whatever you're going to do to be able to get space, right? So I want 2 on this entry, 2 on this entry, 2 on this entry, and then 2 on this entry, okay? The more you're prepared ahead of time before the game starts, the more comfortable you're going to be actually being a duelist, okay? That's the first piece. Now, this will, if you prepare yourself for just yourself, you're going to have different agents that can support you on these entries. For example, you might have a Sky, you might have a Gecko. They can throw flashes for you to get to certain places. You might have, you know, for example, Dab throwing brimstone smokes, right? And they can create more space for you to be able to move around. So that's where you can modify the site takes as they come, but you need to be prepared ahead of time for that. On defense, it's always important to plan the stages of your fights. For example, you might have fight number 1 be right here. Well, what's fight number 2 going to be? Maybe it's right here on this path, right here. What's fight number 3? Well, maybe I fall back to here and now I have this third fight. Fight number 4 might be back here and I have this next fight right here, right? This is all fight planning ahead of time. So on defense, you want to be thinking about what's my aggressive take first, what's my more semi-passive, what's my another semi-passive, what's my 4th fight, right? Being fully passive in the back of the site. If you're planning ahead of time all these things, it's easier for you to think on the fly because you already have that it's set in stone.
This guy one shot long. I built my house.
This guy's
One
hit.
TP, TP
Guy
down, TP
TP,
down.
TP.
Okay, I need to give you this protocol as well. If your HP is yellow, don't peek.
Okay.
What I mean by that is I don't want to see you full swinging an angle like this with no escape route. That's crazy. If you need to peek for information, that's another thing. But peeking wide with deadly intention with low HP is just asking to be shot and crushed. I understand that you have 100 HP this round, and it's like 74. But I would say that universally, if you have yellow HP, you have to be thinking about info peaks and shorter peaks rather than long strafe peaks. This is further exemplified when you have a 4v3. Now, if roles are reversed and you're a 3v4, sorry, that's these. If you're a 3v4, thank you. If you're a 3v4, then wipe this rule. And I want you to be aggressive and try to find a pick. Because you need to even things out. Otherwise, you're just going to lose. Okay? But when you're up numbers right now, and you're, say, yellow HP, don't risk it for a biscuit, man. Okay?
You need to. You need to.
Yeah.
But I don't have.
Oh my god. I don't understand. You know, like you make shorts, you make long form content, you hope people watch it. I'm just wondering what in the right mind makes a person think that they're going to be successful wide swinging like this after they lost pistol. You know? And it's not like there isn't an obvious notification that there's a sniper rifle on the field here. So the fact that the Sky decides to do it afterwards is crazy. Like, what the hell are we doing? Are we paying attention to what's happening or just doing things?
Nice shot.
This is literally the epitome of platinum players. We don't think, we just do. We've done this before. We swing again. This is what we do. Like, think critically.
Drop.
Like,
I'm
what
gonna
the hell?
get killed.
All right, top takeaways from today.
Set up attack patterns before entering on site.
What's your homework?
Play Valoplant.
And then you need to practice your site takes from the Valor plants that you set up. I need to see these site takes be a lot better. I need to be like, okay, that was really planned out. And then if you execute it and it didn't go really well, we'll talk about why it didn't go well.